When she first got that tattoo, I asked her to cover it up. And at first she told me no. And I said, cool. I just don't want to be around you. Didn't really say too much about it. The next day, she said, hey, I'll cover up around you. I'm so sorry. I was like, cool. I want to cover it up everywhere around me. Not just my home, everywhere. She said, cool. That's not what happened when she ended up moving back home. I would be in other areas of town and of gathering, and I was trying to be civil for the kids, for my husband, trying my best to just deal and not.
Tish Monster, since you can't say what you would want to say, let us handle it, right? Because your mother-in-law, the grandmother of your children, of your 3 children, your black children, biracial, whatever you want to call them, they're black, right? Grandma is racist as fuck.
Bro, this grandmother got a tattoo of apes to represent her mixed grandchildren. Make it make sense. This is why personally I don't date out. I would never date out. I'm going to choose a black woman every time. I'm married right now. I'm married to a black woman. You know what I'm saying? But even if I was to go through a divorce, I would marry a black woman over and over.
Grandparents often want to show love for their grandkids in ways that last forever: photos, jewelry, keepsakes, and yes, even tattoos. But one grandmother's choice has sparked a lot of heated conversation online. A black mother of 3-ish Moster on TikTok exposed her white mother-in-law, revealing she got 3 APE tattoos to represent her 3 biracial grandchildren. She explained that each tattoo is meant to symbolize one of her grandkids, showing that no matter their race or background, they are all connected through love and legacy. But here's where the controversy comes in. While her intentions might have been rooted in love, many people online are questioning the choice of imagery. Why apes? Given the painful history of black people being dehumanized and compared to apes, critics say this decision crosses a line even if it wasn't meant that way. So the question is, was this simply a heartfelt expression of love, or an example of how good intentions can miss the mark? Or is this cranny racist? Here's what people are saying. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a like.
When she first got that tattoo, I asked her to cover it up. And at first she told me no. And I said, cool. I just don't want to be around you. Didn't really say too much about it. The next day, she said, hey, I'll cover up around you. I'm so sorry. I was like, cool. I want to cover it up everywhere around me. Not just my home, everywhere. She said, cool. That's not what happened when she ended up moving back home. I would be in other areas of town and of gathering, and I was trying to be civil for the kids, for my husband, trying my best to just deal and not, but nobody was taking it seriously enough. I would go to another family member's house and she would have it out. I would go to a little bar where it's like a very small town, so every day there's like a routine for somebody in the family to go somewhere and have a couple drinks. Sometimes I would go up there so that way the kids could see grandparents and stuff for like an hour. The thing would be out, I'd be staring at it. One day I was just having a bad fucking day and we were at another family member's house and it was just out looking at me. I was already mad at my husband because I had to get 3 kids ready by myself for the day and be over there at a certain time. By the time I pulled up, everyone was asking me where I was at. Like, nobody else had to get 3 kids ready by themselves. Anyway, fucking, and I felt like I kept trying to avoid her at this place, and she kept following me places, and I fucking realized I'm fucking mad. You have this stupid tattoo just staring at me. Leave me alone. That's not what happened. And then I just felt like nobody was on my side at all. I feel like nobody could fucking understand besides my family how fucking serious this fucking tattoo is. Like, I felt like I was losing my fucking mind, right? So then I finally like crash out a little bit and I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be around you anywhere, anytime without you covering that fucking thing up, right? And she was like, at first, like, no. And I'm like, fine, like, don't expect me to want to be around you anywhere. Nobody else asked me to go fucking around her with that fucking thing uncovered. All I'm asking is that she cover up with, like, a sleeve. I'm not asking that she cut her arm off. I'm not asking that she fucking get another fucking tattoo covering it. Just, like, get, like, a fucking compression sleeve and cover it the fuck up everywhere around me. Like, the fuck? So, my husband's grandparents' like 60th anniversary party is coming up, and like I'm getting asked if I'm going, and I'm saying no, I'm not going. And she's like begging me to go, and I'm like, until you can tell me that you are going to cover up, I'm not going. I'm not saying nobody can't be around kids. I've never said you can't be around kids. I never called her a fucking racist, nothing like that. But if the kids can go to the fucking party, I'm not fucking going. She finally broke down, was like, I'll get the sleeve, I just want everyone together. Fine, whatever. We go, she covers it up, I shut the fuck up, I just mind my fucking business, right? Like 3 weeks passed. This past like week was my husband's birthday, okay? We fucking go over there, not like I popped up, not like I was uninvited to her home, right? And my plan was, I didn't know if she was going to cover up in her own home, and I was not going to demand it, but I was going to drop off my kids and just leave if she was uncovered. I wasn't going to say nothing. And so I freaking bring one baby in, and she's uncovered, and I turn around to get the other baby, and I'd say to myself, if she's still uncovered by the time I walk back in here with this other baby, because we have twins, if I walk back in here with this other baby and she is not covered up, I am going to leave. So I turn back around, bring the other baby in. She's coming out of her room from putting the sleeve on. Great. I shut the fuck up. I don't say anything. I go on about my business. Mind you, it's just mind-blowing that you wait until the last second for me to get there when you invited us over. And you know how I feel, but whatever. And I just fucking lost it, man. I just fucking lost it. I had decided over something else, a little argument me and my husband had this week, that it was time. It was time. And I didn't feel like... I feel like I know those women in that family, and I know that they all think my husband is a golden boy. And how could he ever do anything wrong to make anybody want to divorce him? I get it, they're his family, whatever. But I also knew that they're all over there, like, talking shit. Because I know those women, right? And so I was just like, you need to tell them how you've been treating me. And so he included me, his grandmother, and his mother in a group chat. And he brought up a couple things that had happened over the years. And then he brought up, the tattoo and stuff. And that's all they wanted to address to me was how this fucking tattoo, not the way that he treated me, the couple things that he had said. Yes. Sorry, I'm staying at my dad's tonight. I had to go back and rewatch and see where I was at. All they wanted to talk to me was about this fucking tattoo and how I needed to like get over it and stuff. And I was just like, you know what? If y'all are so proud of this fucking tattoo and y'all think nothing is wrong with it, post it. Post to the internet that you got a tattoo of your black grandchildren as fucking apes. And the thing is, I am not so sensitive to where I don't understand that it is very common for like little babies at first, like, oh, that's like a little, like, cute little I get it. I'm not that fucking sensitive. However, I've never addressed that because they are also very fucking sensitive. And if I had said, hey, I don't want you to call him that, they would have called me sensitive. I was over exaggerating. She's just so woke, blah, blah, blah. And now they're mad that I never said that. Anyway, so fucking I told her to post it. I was like, if you're so fucking proud of it, post it. I gave her an hour after I said that. And so I posted it because I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of the goddamn games, okay? Y'all making me feel crazy. I didn't feel like he was 10 toes behind me. It was just, he didn't like it either, but I did not feel like he was 10 toes behind me in my fucking boundary, my very simple boundary of just covering the fuck up and shutting the fuck up and stop testing her about it. But I didn't feel like I had that. Felt like I just kept getting little pokes, 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 pokes. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I did. It's crazy. I might go back and like delete a couple videos and redo them because I've been a little emotional this weekend. For now, I'm keeping everything up because it's just real. Like, it's just real as fuck. And it's just what the fuck's been happening. And sometimes you just need to let people know. And it sucks. It's so messy. I am mildly embarrassed just because it's like sucks, but like nobody fucking checked them the way they needed to be checked, and they kept fucking dancing around it, and just I lost it. Okay. It is what it is at this point. It is what it is.
Let's talk about Tish Monster, okay? She uploaded a video talking about her mother-in-law, okay? Her mother-in-law went and got a tattoo. It's 3 apes, okay? The 3 apes supposed to be her grandchildren, okay? Now, keep in mind that Tish told us about this story, but now Tish is coming back to tell us that take it easy because the lady is getting some type of threats. Tish, you have to be careful, baby, because once you put certain things out here in the TikTok streets, the aunties and the uncles, we gonna grab it, baby, and we gonna talk about it, especially when it's something that is wrong. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, your mother-in-law is wrong, and your boyfriend, well, not boyfriend, your husband, from my understanding, he's wrong from upholding it, from not putting his mama in her place. Mom, remove the tattoos. If you don't remove the tattoos, me and my wife and my children will not be coming over here anymore. Okay? Sometimes you have to put your foot down and put distance between your family and your wife if you are not doing the right thing, or if you disrespecting my wife and my children. At this point, your husband is disrespecting you. So, Tish, you also have to be careful. You can't just turn us off and on when something is wrong, baby. We going in. And that was wrong. I don't care if she do remove the tattoos. I still would not want to have anything to do with that lady. Because some things, when it's done, it's done. And you just can't undo that. That's not nice. It was mean, it was racist, it was all the above. And you wasn't wrong to come to the internet. So if anybody is doing it, I'm not saying I'm upholding it. I'm not saying it's right. But I'm not going to sit here and say she don't deserve it. I would say that.
This tattoo is on a white lady's arm to represent her 3 mixed-race, half-black grandbabies. Yeah. But y'all, the worst part about this story is they're not even just like half-black, half-white mixed-race babies, right? The mom is black. The dad is biracial too himself. So this lady now had a baby with a black man and still proceeded to get a tattoo of apes to represent her black grandchildren. Like, please be so fucking for real. To have so much ignorance and pretend like, oh, you just didn't know that it was that serious. You just had no idea. You had no clue. Bullshit. And you would never see my babies again. I don't care. And the mom is divorcing the dad because he has not supported her in this at all. Like, that's the reason why she came on here to tell her story time, because they was making her feel crazy. Like, she was just being dramatic, overreacting, this, then the third. So she left him. Because how are you, as a biracial woman myself, this is why don't nobody like us now. Because how are you, as a black man, half black biracial man, how are you supporting this? I don't care if that's your mother. I don't care if that's your family. I don't care. How are you not speaking up for your wife? How are you not defending your children? As a half black man, how are you okay with just letting this slide and not correcting and reprimanding your mother at all? I don't care if she's your mom. Like I said, you would never see my kids again. There's no way, because you're trying to be funny, and at this point, I can't trust you around my children at all. Nope.
She wasn't going to divorce that white man until TikTok and people started giving her backlash about his family calling her babies monkeys. You understand? She was not going to divorce that white man, even after they were calling her kids monkeys. There ain't shit we could do for that situation. The fact that she's not even more livid already tells me what I need to know. I hate when people try to play in people's faces. Understand, me just trying to even watch the video, I was heated. So imagine somebody, whoever has kids, if they call your kids monkeys, understand,
you're flipping the hell out. And that's the black people that try to engage in interracial relationships. There's nothing wrong with it, but a lot of times they try to assimilate to whiteness. And them simply standing up for their blackness will simply put a target on their back. Why are you in that situation? And for his family, they don't even see it as racism because they've been calling them monkeys. They've been doing the racist remarks. And even when she tries to tell the story in a way that doesn't seem like as if she knew, you can tell that they've been doing this racist crap around her about her kids.
I would say, let's address the elephant in the room. However, I'm going to say, let's address these 3 apes going down this white woman's arm that she decided to get tattooed on her body to represent her biracial grandchildren. Now that we have a visual of the 3 apes that this woman, white woman, decided to put on her arm to represent her 3 biracial children, let's have a conversation, right? I don't know what made you think that it was acceptable, because it's totally insensitive. And how dare you, especially since you have a biracial son yourself, and how dare you, son, not defend your 3 biracial children. I can only imagine how you grew up in your home with a mother like her.
When she first got that tattoo, I asked her to cover it up. And at first she told me no. And then I just felt like nobody was on my side. In my fucking mind, fucking lost it.
He who laughs first won't be laughing last. That which a man soweth, shall he also reap. Ashe.
Here's a question for you. What would you do if you married a biracial man, you had 3 black children with this individual, and your husband's mother decides to get a tattoo to represent your 3 black children, her 3 grandbabies, and it looks like this? Here's what I want to know. Are we really surprised? And what I mean by that is, if you would have done the work way back when she was referring to your 3 black children as little monkeys, maybe we wouldn't be here. Now she's receiving death threats, and not only is she the tattoo artist, and this video, or this story rather, has gone very much viral, and now you're wanting to get a divorce. And she is somewhere screaming, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." And you know what's crazy? To think that after all this, even the things that we don't know about, you were still willing to allow her to see her grandchildren. I mean, isn't that the reason why you were asking her to cover it up around you?
Tish Monster, since you can't say what you would want to say, let us handle it, right? Because your mother-in-law, the grandmother of your children, of your 3 children, your black children, biracial, whatever you want to call them, they're black, right? Grandma is racist as fuck. Your husband don't give a fuck about your feelings, right? Because if you had a legitimate issue with what she put on her fucking arm to represent your kids, and he brushes it off like it's nothing, he does not care about you. To invalidate your wife's concerns shows that he has 0 fucks, or he gives 0 fucks about you. And it shows that he'll cater to his mother's fuckery than to care about his wife's feelings. Now, I'll say this, and this is why I say that she's racist as fuck, because you mentioned that you have told her on numerous occasions that when you are around, your kids are around, she's to cover that shit up. And each time, on multiple occasions, she never covered it up. They even took it a step further and gaslit you to the point where they're making it sound like you're the issue for having a genuine concern of why they did what they did or why she did what she did. I'll take it a step further and be real with you. Your mother-in-law slick hates you. She slick hates her grandchildren because to have that out, people are going to question that. Like, yo, what does that represent? And she's going to say, those are my grandbabies. And they're going to kiki, they're going to kiki and ha-ha, right? About your doggone kids. I hope and pray to God that you divorce that man and you never have anything to do with that fucking side of the family. Because if they'll put that on their arm to represent your kid, if you were to go take those kids to their house and leave them there by themselves, there's no telling what they would do to those kids. Be done, be over with, and just know that they don't fucking like you. They don't like you. They slick hate you. And don't say I'm fucking overreacting either.
Bro, this grandmother got a tattoo of apes to represent her mixed grandchildren. Make it make sense. This is why personally I don't date out. I would never date out. I'm going to choose a black woman every time. I'm married right now. I'm married to a black woman. You know what I'm saying? But even if I was to go through a divorce, I would marry a black woman over and over and over again. Because again, certain people with the lineage of evil, right? They do these little racist things, but then try to hide behind the fact that it's not racist. Oh, you're thinking about it too much. Oh, it's just a tattoo. Why are you referring to, you know that back in the day, they used to call black people that animal right there. But yet, it's just a tattoo. Make it make sense, bruh. No. This is absolutely racist. This is absolutely disgusting. And what more can you say? You cannot make this stuff up. She got a whole sleeve of apes. Boy, I can't make it up.